Welcome to another Danger Cat podcast. Uncle Hack, you may... Welcome to another Danger Cat podcast. Me, Uncle Hack, live on the air, just annoying everybody with my voice. Podcast 69, dangercatshop.com, blowout box still on there. Get 2 hats, a t-shirt, some stickers, and other bullshit just thrown in a box. All for the low price of $69. $69. Get yourself 2 hats, a t-shirt, all at random. I don't know what goes in there. The warehouse fella, he just fucking throws shit in a box, mails it to you, right to your front door. Corona free since 2000 free. Fuck. Uncensored content. Danger Kitten of the Week every week now on the Patreon account. Get some titties. Fuck, I'm unprepared. I was supposed to have a list of everybody and I fucked up and forgot it. So I will definitely check down below. Your shout out is down below. I promise you. I'm sorry. Fucking shoot me. Here we are, back again. Another podcast, another 45 minutes. Well, I don't know how long these go. I usually 45 minutes to an hour of me rambling on about bullshit, complete bullshit, stupid things. Basically, I just reenact conversations I have in my truck by myself like a maniac. I will say coronavirus can kick around for just a little bit longer because the roads are opened right up. I enjoy that so much. Being able to drive wherever I want and nobody's in your fucking way. And you know what? It's beautiful because all the goddamn foreigners ain't in your way, brother. That's right. All us Canadians, all us Americans are finally on the road. We don't got foreigners in our fucking way, brother. We're going to start off as racist as Bryan Adams. That was fucking hilarious. I love it. I love it that the left is just shitting on their own. It's the greatest thing. There was 0% racism in that tweet. He was just like, you son of a bitch, you ate a fucking bat. Like, that's racist. North America sucks. Bunch of pussies over here. Some dickhead ate a bat. Now I can't play Summer of 69 to every fucking retiree that buys tickets to my concert, you know? I can't go play at a casino for a bunch of geezers that want to hear Summer of 69 on fucking repeat. So I tweeted about it and I pissed everybody off and I didn't say one racial slur and now I'm canceled. Christ. I would say, if you Chinese bastard. Now that that's, you're towing the line of racism. You're just calling it as it is. Some son of a bitch apparently in China ate a bat and we're all fucking mad about it because we've got to sit in our houses because China just can't not eat things that just shouldn't be eaten. You know, some things are crawling with diseases that we should just not eat, but China is just laughing in the face of science. Just trying to, we're certainly not laughing about it now, are we? But they're like, you know what? We just discovered this new wombat. Oh, it's a no problem. I cook it, no problem. It's a no problem. You want soup? Soup? I put it in soup. Noodle? That's a horrible Chinese impression. And I am going to be canceled now because of that. And Bryan Adams, the vegan, the forward thinking vegan that he is, now canceled. No more Summer 69. It's the summer of COVID-19. COVID-19. Speaking of diseases coming back, how about Tekashi 6ix9ine's new song? Pom, 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 pom. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Fuck. Why did I listen to it? I don't know. I seen something on I'm a hip hop head. I like hip hop. I like rap music. I like hair metal. Those are like the three types of music I listen to: hip hop, rap, hair metal. All that pretty much sums it up. Maybe some thrash metal, but mainly I listen to hip hop and rap. And I'm not saying like Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't fucking, when Drake drops an album, I'm not running around the world. Oh my God, did you know that Drake just dropped an album? I think I'm not on autofocus, so I'm going to change that. There we go. My bad. That's on me. For those watching on YouTube and it was blurry, fuck me, right? But yes, I like hip hop. I listen to like Wu-Tang Clan, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Jay-Z in the 90s, that is, you know, like good hip hop, Black Moon. The list goes on. Old New York hip hop, I like that much better than, I like the East Coast more than the West Coast. Why? I don't know. But, you know, Wu-Tang Clan is fucking awesome. You can't. And I heard they're nothing to fuck with. What a funny joke. I heard Joe say it at the water cooler the other day. Fuck. But yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine. That is the human form of COVID-19. It's actually been amongst us this whole time. It's just been producing music, and it was like, I'm going to mutate and fucking attack your immune system. My music attacks your brain and your central nervous system. Now I'm going to go for the respiratory and really decimate the human race, brother. Yep. Bryan Adams, though. Bryan Adams, pissed off that people are eating bats. Now he's a racist. Damn. Talk about progressiveness biting you in the ass. Turned around, bit him in the ass. He's pissed off about people eating bats. And then they're like, canceled. Suck on this. Canceled. Duck. You want to come around here talking about people eating bats? Racist. Xenophobia. Misogynistic. You're going to hell. Feminism will win. There's a lot of spit that came out of my mouth on that one. Feminism. Yeah. Another thing that annoys the fuck out of me. Americans, don't comment on Canadian politics. We all know you do not pay attention on what the fuck happens in Canada. So do us a favor and don't talk about it. Us, on the other hand, we do pay attention to American politics. You're kind of the powerhouse of the goddamn planet. So we do pay attention to what Big Daddy Trump down there in the big White House is doing. We do that. Unlike you jackasses that don't pay attention to us and comment, oh, Justin Trudeau is just such a great leader. You know, he grew that beard. He grew a beard, and he's in the big. He's the best president. That right there. As soon as you read that, oh, Justin Trudeau is a great president. You don't even understand our political system. So shut the fuck up. Don't comment. You know nothing. Oh, he's taken such good care of Canadians, though. You know, like. He banned guns. No, he did not ban guns. He did fuck all. Those guns were already banned. Oh, praise him. He was low in the polls. Looking back, now, I'm an idiot. I'm not going to lie, Joe. I'm a little bit retarded. But looking back, you know, it just had everybody up in arms. So like, how do we demonize good people into making them look even worse than they'll ever be? Any gun-loving jackass. Oh, you like guns? Nobody even knew what the fuck they were banning. Oh, it's so good that he's banning guns. It's so good that we can't get our hands on a Uzi. You can't go to the corner store and buy an Uzi. You fucking idiot. You can't do that. You can't. Name one person in your family that went to the gun store, no license, no nothing, and just walked in, bought an Uzi. You can't fucking cry. Like, if you want us to give a shit about feminism and xenophobia and misogynistic locking men in cages, then give a shit about what, like, I don't like Justin Trudeau. I still follow what the fuck he does. I don't like Bill Blair. I still listen to what the hell he has to say. Theresa Tam. I still listen to all these idiots. And for the American listeners, those are Canadian politicians and people that are in our political system on the liberal side, brother. You understand me, brother? You picking up what I'm putting down, brother? But Americans, just don't talk about our politics up here. It's about, it's like, hey, yeah, how many states y'all got up there? Exactly. Shut up. Don't say nothing more. Don't say nothing more. I don't want to talk to you about Canada. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want you to comment. Yep. What's that guy's? What's y'all president's name up there? Prime Minister? You mean Prime Minister? You know, like we talk in kilometers. You're literally the only country in the world that you know what? We're so arrogant. We got to have our own fucking measurement system. That's right. Fuck y'all. I ain't about to use some commie fucking system. All right? The metric system. Fuck it. Get a lot of people asking me, what the hell is in this jar? Don't worry. It's not moonshine. It's just water. I've said it a few times. He's drinking always on that straight boat gas now. I'm not that backwood. I'm not that fucking big of a hillbilly that I'm drinking just straight boat gas by the mouthful. Oh, he's going to be blind by the time he's 33. Yeah. Bryan Adams canceled. Tekashi 6ix9ine drops an album. Lindsay Lohan making music again. What in the fuck? Everything about 2020. We're halfway. We're damn near half. Whoa, we're halfway there. They've told us aliens are fucking real, and we were just like, you know what, man? Like, this one's a write-off. We're done. We're done here. 2020. I had big hopes for this year. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, fuck. I'm finally getting over this depressive state that I was in for the past fucking year. We're gonna have a great year. I'm gonna finally have a summer. Psych. Gotcha, bitch. Like, it would be so fun just to fucking go and do anything. But nope. We had so many festivals to go to. Like, we were going to be at BBJ again this year. We were going to go to, I think, Rockin' River. I'm not a country fan, but I know where the good times are. And I understand that, hey, just because I don't like the music doesn't mean I can't have a good time. But we were going to go there. I believe Craven, Country Thunder, unless they're the same thing. I don't know. There was so many. God. And then, you know what, Bryan Adams? I'm with you. Some motherfucker had to eat a bat. Cancel me. Cancel this show. Shut it down. This self-funded, fucking self-edited, no sponsorship. No money's coming in on this cocksucker. I do it out of my own free time. Just to try and entertain the hundreds and the hundreds of fucking people that watch this. Maybe one day we'll get to the millions, but until then, I could give a shit. This is my outlet. This is where I center my chi. I get my center chakra, and I just mind fuck myself with how retarded I actually am. That's basically it. I'm excited to see how quick we're going to shut this down because of so many stupid people. You know, like for those listeners that are in Alberta, you know what I'm talking about. For those outside, we are currently opening. We're going to phase up opening the economy again. We're going to, this is the first phase of opening up the economy. And I think people are just going to fuck it up. I'll tell you one thing. Do I think that this virus is real? Yes, I do. I honestly think that, of course, it's a real virus. Do I think it's as drastic as it is? I don't know. Nobody really knows. Nobody has a fucking clue what it is. You ask anybody, so what do you think this virus is? Shit, I don't know. But I do know that the birds are attacking 5G towers. So you tell me, brother. I do know that QAnon is JFK. What JFK Jr. used to be, but now that senior's dead, see, fall a cabal, brother, fall a cabal. Did you know that there's millions of kids underground locked in cages getting fucked by Hillary Clinton and her goddamn secretary? But on that note, do I think like all that's real? You know what's funny is like all of a sudden all these like Obamagate, Trudeau gates out. I hope it's true. I hope to God it's true. All of it's true. I hope. You know, it would be so fascinating to just watch all these progressive elites just crumble. Everything we ever worked for, just fucking shit down the drain. That's all it is. Because that's all they're doing is spewing shit at you. I'm any fucking man that says I'm a male feminist should be shot on sight. What kind of shit is that? I'm a male feminist. I am a male feminist. And feminism just fucking took a left turn somewhere, and now they're just lost in the woods. It used to be like, hey, hey, listen, all we want to do is vote and not get fucking beat. Hey, sounds about right. Sounds fair. I'm all for it. And now you know what it is? Me and my friends got cheated on in high school and we're pissed off that men are trash. Even though women do the same thing, have the same shitty qualities, we are going to specifically demonize men for their behavior. Even though women have been found to do the same exact thing, we've been oppressed. See, we've been oppressed in a first world country, and we need to make or shed some light on this issue, on this topic. Do you understand? Because we are oppressed. What about Saudi Arabia? You know what? They're kind of oppressed too. What do you mean kind of oppressed? Well, here, there's a wage gap. What? Yeah, there's a wage gap. Oh, really? Here we go. Here we fucking go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, the blue-haired girl weighing 300 pounds. Looks like she cuts her own hair and her tits hang down to her fucking toenails. And she wants to verbally assault everybody in the ring and outside of the ring with her stupid ideologies that women are oppressed in 2020 in North America. Her name is Cynthia. And Cynthia is a stunned cunt. Honestly, do you think, like, I don't know about you. I find it entertaining and I laugh about it. I find it so fucking funny that it went from women being like, you know what, women empowerment. We just want to be treated equal to now these stupid bitches, got bowl cuts and they scream at the moon when Donald Trump makes a fucking statement. They're constantly shoving their bullshit down your throat, being like, well, this oppressive state that we've put women in has caused me to take to the streets, put on a pink kind of gesture looking toque. I call it a pussy hat. And then I strip down to my skivvies and I scream as soon as anybody wants to fucking disagree with me. And that's how I make my point heard. Wow. You know who else does that? 2-year-olds. Except they don't wear pussy hats. They don't wear pussy hats because they're not fucking retarded. They're just learning. I don't know. There's just so much that just drives me mental. If you want to be like, here's a great example. Let's leave children out of this. Why the fuck are we always dragging kids into anything about, like, even it goes for both sides. You know what I mean? When you try and use a kid to make your point fucking well known, like for instance, that we should be teaching kids about transgenderism. How about you just leave the fucking kids alone, let them go play in dirt and mud, and, okay. They found out that a rose bush has pricklies. Well, speaking of 2-year-olds, they have thorns on the stems. That's a probably good thing to learn by going out and grabbing a goddamn fucking rose bush. But instead, no. We should be dressing up, letting children compete in cross-dressing competitions. And the same goes for all you right-wing bastards. Shame on you if you've taken your kid, strapped a sign to him that says, my daddy is an oil field worker or this, and he needs you to, don't use your fucking kids to your advantage. Let them be a kid. Don't fucking fill their brain up with political bullshit. That's for us to argue and bicker about. Let them be kids. Who gives a shit? Then when he goes to school and his overly progressive, stupid ass teacher, and he's like, my daddy works in the oil field. Your daddy's the devil. And then guess what? Now your kid is fucking demonized. He's got to resort to smoking crack when he's 17 because his grade 2 teacher wouldn't pass him in English class because he stood up for your rights. I'm joking. But no, keep the kids out of it. Come on. We're adults here. If you use your kid to push your narrative, fucking, you're an idiot. You're a pussy is what you are. Oh, I can't stand up and fucking, I don't have a spine of my own, so I use an innocent child to get my message across. Go fuck yourself. And I don't even care if anybody's mad. I don't even, patchworkers or if you're progressive left and you're using children. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're an idiot. You're a pussy. Do you see me? You know what I'm going to start doing? Every one of these podcasts from here on out, I'm going to find 9 babies in the area, put them on my desk, and that way everybody will take me serious. For once in my life, they'll look at me and be like, oh, God, Jesus. He's actually smart because he's got children on his podcast. They must obviously love him. Yeah, these things that can't even put together one set. Speaking of not putting together, today, Junior, but put together a sentence. Dun, 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 dun. Congratulations. Such a stupid thing. Back when. Maybe we do need to go back to the Neanderthal days back when we used to just club women over the head and, oh, fuck, I don't know. I did have something interesting happen to me today that, so there is, let me just, so as you know, we did move downtown. Edmonton. We got a little office and it's actually fantastic. I never thought in my darkest day I would ever be I would consider this a major city, I guess, but it's more of a blue collar city. So I don't know. I just enjoy Edmonton. I don't mind it. Will one day I end up back in a small town? I don't know, but I do like it. I enjoy it. And it's a fun city. Like it's way better than Calgary, I find. Actually, anything's better than Calgary. I would rather be fucking strung to a tree surrounded by hungry wolves in the forest than ever live in that shithole. Not everybody in Calgary is a piece of shit, but I'm just saying, like the every time that I've went out there, it's always these self-centered fucking dickheads that got into finance or, got some big oil field office job, sat there and think that there's somebody. Like we were in, where the hell was it? Like Ranchman's, does that make sense? I don't know. I believe that's a bar in Calgary, wherever it was, some country bar in Calgary. And this girl, I work in the oil patch. Oh, what do you do? Oh, she was a fucking receptionist for some oil company. She was a fucking receptionist. I work in the patch. You don't work in the patch. You pick up a fucking phone and you let the big dogs fucking bark. That's what you do. You're the shitty little chihuahua at the door that everybody wants to kick in the fucking teeth. Female abuse. Feminism, Brendan. Remember, you're a male feminist. You're a male feminist now, and you need to conform and just like start being a bigger fucking pussy. You need to be a pussy, not one that gets fucked. Just an emotionally damaged, low life, and just cater to the needs of women and everything that they're oppressed. That's what you need to do. You just need to shut the fuck up and kneel to the queen, not the king. There's no such thing as kings anymore, Brendan. You need to just quit whatever you're doing because you're a misogynist. That's what you are. You're a low life. And you should be locked in a cage for having a penis between your legs. That's what's wrong with the world, is we don't have men in cages and just at our beckoning for when we need to repopulate. Oh, weird. Hey, what about all the men in jail? That's a good start. So you're saying that men are already in cages. So that's a good thing. Man, I don't know what the hell I was going off on or where I was leading up. Something about, my story from Edmonton today. Oh, Jesus, this was great. So anyways, like I'm saying, we moved downtown. Office is great. I thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. I've always wanted to work for myself on the internet. And here I am today living my goals. You know, you don't work on the patch no more. You're getting a little soft, aren't you? You're turning into a pussy is what's happening. No, here's my rebuttal to this. Here is my rebuttal. If you were given the option tomorrow that you can literally work off a laptop for yourself and go anywhere you want in the world, rather than go and have some fucking crackhead from the 80s yell at you that you need to start welding pipe or fucking lay this pipe over there, carry them boards, do this, or just completely dictate what you do in your day for 8 hours, 8, 10 hours, 12, whatever you're working. And then on top of it, just breaking your back for the next 20 fucking years. So when you can finally retire, because, you know, the economy is just trash right now. You can't work. You got to sit at home and just sit on your thumb, just bounce up and down on the motherfucker for any sort of enjoyment. Because God forbid, if you go to the bar, you might get a virus that attacks your respiratory system and you'll drop dead. But I'm saying, like, if you want to put yourself through if you enjoy your job, good on you. Fucking good on you. If you like waking up and just like you get that satisfaction of busting ass all day, I just do it more in a mental form. I got to think like before I was just running off the seam of my pants, and now I enjoy sitting down, coming up with topics for this, or thinking of video ideas, learning a skill like learning Adobe products, like Premiere, After Effects, and trying new things is so exciting to me. I've always loved digital arts. But I've just never known where to go to learn it. I never had the money. I never applied myself in high school to set myself up for college or university. So it was go to work. You have to go to work. You want some shit? Go to fucking work. And then finally, I took a risk at something by making YouTube videos. Why? I don't know. Why I sat there one day and been like, maybe I will throw this out there and just see what happens. I'm thankful that I did, because now I get to do this and people tune in to a podcast of me just rambling on about complete nonsense for 45 minutes to an hour and complimented on top of it. It's like, man, holy shit, this is actually really fucking cool. I don't understand how I got here. It was kind of a lot of cowboy shit went on. And I'm not normally like, in my younger years, yes, I would get shit house drunk. And every now and then, I love to get just blackout. It is way too much fun with your friends. But I started doing it every weekend with just random strangers, you know, like, not saying that I don't enjoy meeting new people, but it's different. Like, let me paint this for you. When you go with your buddies and you get shithouse drunk, you guys go out, have a fucking laugh, and you giggle and do stupid shit with one another. For 2 years, roughly about 2 years, I spent one summer jumbling around, filming, partying every fucking night in a new spot. I did have a few people with me, but you know, you want to talk to people and get to know them. So you feel like you're, I don't know what I'm trying to explain. Like, there's a lot of people around you, but you're really fucking lonely, and it starts to get sad, you know, like, it starts to really eat at your mental health. And then that's where the cocaine came in. And, like, I'm even in high school, I smoked some weed every now and then. I was a skater kid. So, you know, we'd get a little high and go hang out, play some video games. I think majority of teenagers smoked a little dope, kicked it with their homies, ate some snacks, and didn't really harm anything. Just smoked a little weed. We liked getting high. It was fun. When go skateboarding, or you'd go camping. You'd be camping. Hey, let's fucking smoke some J's. Okay, sign me up. And then next thing you know, you're having a grand old time smoking a little marijuana. And then, but yeah, no, I never did like mushrooms, never did Molly, MDMA. And in the past like 3 years, it just like spiraled out of control. And, you know, my mental health took a hit. My physical appearance took a hit from the stress of running a business and also trying to be this jackass. And I've certainly, I looking back, like, do I regret it? Of course not, because then, I wouldn't be able to sit here and just be like, hey, if you're going through a shit time, maybe it's time you change something. Like, I changed a lot about me and under 1 year. 1 year ago is when, 1 year ago today in 2019 was probably the most depressed I've ever been in my life. I was a very, very sad, dark human then. And looking back at photos, even little clips of, you know, memories popping up of that time, you can see it. You can see, like, for me personally, I can look back and see it in my eyes. Like, I was just broken inside. Like, the video that we posted on our Patreon account, not trying to just like, hey, go to my Patreon account and make me some more money so that way I can fucking finally live. I'm not saying that, but the video that is all that we put on there of the amateur contest, that is me, probably the lowest I have ever been mentally, physically. I was just sad every day. Like, I was, you know, fucking, that's probably the most suicidal I've ever been. And I'm so happy I didn't do it. I didn't act on it. And if you're thinking about that, get that poison out of your head. Do not kill yourself, especially even now. The things will get better. Do not do anything silly. I know shit is not going well for a lot of people in their life, financially, physically, or like relationships, financially. I think I said financially already, but and we're mentally in some dark places right now, but just get through it. Find something. Like, I started exercising in my living room like a maniac. I started eating healthier. I've started to go get outside more. Before, I would literally drive to a warehouse, walk in, go upstairs that was surrounded by 4 walls. It was like being in solitary confinement up in these walls. I wouldn't talk to anybody all day long. I'd ignore my phone. I'd want to be alone. Then I'd leave there. I would never really know what time of day it is. By the time I'd leave there, it was dark outside already. So I was getting to maybe about fucking 30 minutes of sunlight a day, which A, isn't healthy. I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't taking vitamins and minerals, no fish oils, no nothing. I was doing absolutely no good for my mental health. I was just coming home late and then going back to bed. I just turned contact off to the world, which is, you know, in that moment, it was the best thing I could possibly do. I thought in my head, I just ignored it, everybody, you know. But I'm genuinely happy now. Like, give a fuck about getting up. I deliberately go to bed earlier so I can get up earlier. I make sure that I'm getting my rest. I wake up, make sure I'm getting some healthy food into my body, not putting this fucking processed garbage into me. I'm like, I normally eat pretty clean just from those years of fighting and learning how to diet and learning what you need to put in your body to get the max performance out of it, how much carbs. But like right now, I was you've probably seen some photos. Your boy was getting a little chunky there. And then when the depression kicked in, I wasn't eating. I was like, I had no appetite. I lost a lot of weight. So right now I'm on a high protein diet. I come home and do a lot of plyometrics, like push-ups, sit-ups, just body weight squats. I do have this like 45-pound dumbbell that can interchange, I think from, I believe it's from like 5 pounds to 45. And it just has these little slots that I use. And then I have elastic bands that I'll use to like get to stretch my shoulders out, doing a lot of stretching, giving a fuck about my body and my mental health a lot. And if shit ain't going well for you right now, find something, anything. Fucking start drawing. Who gives a shit? Your buddies make fun of you. Oh, you fucking drawing like a fag. I fucking enjoy drawing. I do. That's where all my creativity comes up for Danger Cats. Or if I think of funny ideas, I'll be just doodling or, watching, looking out a fucking window and I'm like, just thinking, and then a funny idea pops in my head. I'm like, oh man, I need to film something like that. That just is hilarious. And I started devoting my time to that. And what a difference. What a fucking difference. If I can notice the change, I hope that, my close friends and family that really, really know who I am can see that change. And it's weird. Like I've turned 30 fucking years old this year. 30 years old. It's so crazy to me to think that time has went by that quick. I've been in Edmonton now for 5 years. 5 years. And it feels like yesterday I moved up here and took that job on the pipeline. It's crazy. My friends and family are all like that are my age, are all having kids. They're married and living life, man. It's cool to see people progress now, where before it would kind of make me angry. And that was just a selfish side of me. I would look at somebody and be like, man, fuck, why you want to get married? Why you want to get married? Especially when you're young, when you're young, like the dudes that were getting married in their 20s, like 20 years old, not even out of high school. It's like, dude, take some time. Take some time. You've been fucking in a classroom. You've got no life experience. You haven't went out and like found who you truly are. You don't really know what you like. You've been confined to we grew up in a small town. We've been confined to that small town. We haven't experienced, going out and seeing new places, how people operate overseas. We've got no concept of what the world really is. And you just want to hunker your life down in this place and just like the typical small town life, get married, have kids, and really start that all down, that whole trend by having, 2 kids, 3 kids by the age of 21 I don't know. Hey, if it makes you happy, then just do it. Wow. I didn't realize that you were so fucking in tune with yourself, bro. Your chakras are aligned. Your aquarium is filled with fish, bro. Zodiac 101. Fill your aquarium with fish, bro, and fucking watch the stars align and have more anal sex. more butt play in 2020. You feel me? But no, like fuck, man. It's cool now. Do I think that I'm going to have kids in my lifetime? I don't think so. Will it happen? I don't know. Right now, I don't want them. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't and to be married and right? And everything right now would be probably for. I think that I was destined for something else. I truly believe that. And call me fucking retarded, but that's what I think in my head. I don't know. I've always kind of went against. I've always swam upstream, and when it was like, oh, well, you gotta, happy wife, happy life. Why the fuck do I want to do that right now? Why the fuck do I want to just suppress my hopes, goals, and dreams in life to make sure that some other human is just happier than shit? Why is it like, if you love someone, yeah, sure, you got to compromise. But man, there is so much I want to do in this world. I want to go out and, like I've said, I want to go film more. I want to go meet some badass dudes. Like, I'm stoked. I'm so stoked to go shoot guns with these veterans and shoot some long range rifles at a range with them. I think that's going to be so fun. They're going to be able to teach me some really cool shit, some cool life experience that they've had. Be able to talk with them about, their tours overseas. What's some skills that they've acquired that I can put in my day-to-day practice that are going to help me succeed further? Like they've faced some of the biggest adversity. They've been to war. They've had bullets shot at them, intended to take their life, and were able to remain calm and still accomplish their mission. Those are interesting people to me. And I want to spend more time doing that. I want to spend, rather than, sure, do we want to go out and film some wet t-shirt contests? Of course. Why the hell wouldn't I want to do that? I'm just not going to be the guy that's the drunkest human. These parties that we were throwing in my head were intended for Brendan, aka Uncle Hack, to show up and just get ungodly, just like an ungodly amount of fucking liquor into my system. How much booze can I completely pile into my system until I'm non-functional? Until I'm the most irrational fucking human in the room. Not that I'm not an angry drunk. I just start saying stupid shit, and like any good old drunk. But instead of going there to like have fun and shoot the shit and laugh with some guys and get shit. It was just strictly there to go get shit faced instead of giving a fuck about people having a good time and making sure they want to come back. Oh yeah, no, he just shows up and gets shit faced. No, fuck that. We're going to, if things do open up to the point where we can go and host some wet t-shirt contests and everything. Hell yeah. I think like that would be so much fun again because I got a different approach now. I always thought in my head that we got to go and do all these fucking things, and make it just a big skeptical fucking thing, and trying to reinvent the wheel to make our event better than anything you've ever seen. People don't give a fuck. I've learned that. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a shit, no matter what it is. If we were like, hey, we're going to show up to Kelowna next week and throw another boat party, I'm sure we would sell tickets because it just looked like a fun time. It looked like somewhere where you would want to be. You'd want to be on that boat and just having a good time, having some laughs, shooting the shit with meeting new people. Fucking, I don't know. I overthink. That's my issue. I overthink everything. Ah, yeah. Don't be a fool. Hit the jewel. Hear that big rip. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's kind of a bummer, but it's kind of nice with all this COVID shit. I haven't watched the news in I don't know, probably about 10 days. I do hop on Twitter and just like try and poke fun in like I don't know, in my fashion. I'm going to stop taking the world so serious. I'm going to go back to the days where I just wouldn't take shit so seriously, and it was a much better life. And like, I don't know what it is. I'm very fascinated with life right now. You know what I mean? Like I've been watching some fucking crazy videos on or documentaries and videos on solitary confinement, living life in prison, because it just fascinates me. Not in a sense that's like, it's horrible that what these people did is just horrible. But then if you kind of think about it, the system's kind of fucked. You know, do I think that people that rape and abuse kids, child molestation, you deserve the worst of the worst. Armed robbery, maybe, you know, like that behavior could be corrected. Like what do you want? You want money. You want money and fast. So you robbed a liquor store. You weren't there to fucking shoot somebody. You just wanted to fucking rob the place. You thought that the tool in your hand, that weapon in your hand, was going to be the main thing of intimidation that would get the money in your pocket, and it fucking backfired. Now you're doing 25 to life for it. I think that behavior can be corrected. But I do think that rape and child molestation, child abuse, any of those, you need to be punished in the worst sense. And then I don't know how you correct that behavior. What in your fucking head says any one of those three is good? But the prison system and like how these inmates we're talking about, especially the American prison system, man, that is just a fucking rodeo show. They just hand out life sentences like it's boom. Imagine that. You got to spend your whole life living in a prison. It would just, I don't know. Like, and that's what's led me to start thinking like, shit, like I wanted to live like a fascinating life. Like I could not right now happily get up in the morning and then go to work to come back home to like a wife that, you know, I got to walk eggshells around because if I say something, she might fucking snap. You know, the chemistry that we had when we first started dating isn't there. We're miserable because we can't afford our bills. Like, and then on top of it, I got to figure out where am I going to get the money to feed my kids? How am I going to keep food in their belly? Like the stress of that right now for some people, it's just got to be detrimental, just detrimental to their mental health. And that like big ups to the mothers and fathers out there that are just doing whatever they possibly can to make sure their kids are fucking fed, that they're keeping them entertained. You ready to hear this? Hey, but yeah, that is just a stress in life I don't have right now, and I don't want that. And there's so many different factors, and then when you start like, I don't know, I'm a bit of a dreamer. When I sit and I think about things and like stress, the stress of the past couple of years has just been fucking taxing. Holy hell. The stress of running a business, the stress of trusting the wrong people of your finances inside that business and like for it to kind of slap you in the face, you know, like that sucked. That one hit hard, which is like, and then a relationship ending in the fashion that it did sucked. So there was just a catalyst of a lot of event. There was just a catalyst. Trying to talk smart without knowing what the words mean just makes you look even smarter, Brendan. What I'm saying, the domino effect of all that starting to happen just took and fucking just drove me into the ground. And I'm naturally a happy person. Looking back on shit that happened in my life to make me the person that I am, I don't know. Like I was dealt a shitty hand off the get-go. Me, my mom, my sister all grew up together. My father was kind of in and out of my life. We're not close now. There was a period where me and him didn't talk for like 8-9 years because we butted heads. But then I like, even still today, like it's a very awkward relationship. Like me and him don't talk like me and my stepdad. It's like running into a fucking buddy from high school that you knew you both still have that like a couple similar interests, hockey, MMA, and then the oil patch. And then once those 3 topics have dried up, like I can't bring up, like, dude, it is fucking crazy to think that, I don't know like some prison dog. It's crazy how they can hide shit in a cell that's supposed to be locked in and like nowhere to hide things, but they get very creative and then like go off on that topic. Today we were talking about overcoming adversity at work. It's crazy to think that I call this work, and in the same sense, it's fucking nuts to sit there and think that this is work now. It's so fucked to me, so fucked. But yeah, but I don't have those conversations. I grew up in kind of like a hostile environment because we didn't grow up wealthy. We didn't have a lot of fucking money. We weren't the kids on the block with the, N64 dropped. We didn't get an N64. We were the kids that had to go play outside. Go play outside. Get the fuck out of the house. We didn't have gaming systems that were updated as soon as the new one dropped. We didn't have the, name brand clothing all the time. It was like, our shoes were always scuffed up. And plus with me skateboarding, and my mother did everything she possibly could to make sure that I could play hockey and my sister was in dance. And like my grandparents had to help us out. Friends and family were constantly helping us out. We made ends meet. You had to learn at a young age to fucking deal with your shit. So maybe that has a lot. But I've always like had this weird outlook. Like I didn't want to settle for just anything. I've just said at a young age, you know what? I'd rather risk it for the biscuit than just, play it safe. I don't want to play it safe. And this was a giant risk. This was a huge risk. Could you imagine if I was trying to do those videos and saying the shit that I was saying while working for a big company? They'd fucking come, what the fuck is wrong with you? I just seen you on the internet ranting and raving about some nonsense and you're getting, first off, I never thought in my darkest day, and how everything played out is just so strange. It's like a lot of people I think of, oh, you got fired. Oh, fuck, you got laid off. I technically did. Our contract got basically swallowed up. Another company came in and took our contract over. And then who I was operating with, a few of them got hired. I was one of the younger guys. They were looking for a few dudes to come in, work for a little while, and eventually wean them off. It was the goal. And these fellas were close to retirement. Who do you think they're going to take? The guys that are going to be in 3 years where they want to let them go and be like, all right, you're off on your own. We're just kind of here. Or do you want to keep the young guy and around for 3 years and then just be like, especially like right now trying to find a job? Could you imagine now trying to find a job if all the cards didn't line up? I don't know what the hell I would be doing. I'd have no idea what the hell I'd be doing. So it's crazy how determination will just kind of guide you down a path that you were maybe meant to be on. Maybe meant to be on. I don't know. I speak my mind on the internet. Some shit I just shouldn't talk about because I'm not educated enough in it. Maybe spreading a little more positivity wouldn't hurt, especially in this time. Maybe taking a little time and spreading that positivity would be a smarter idea, because there is a lot of I think there's a lot of dudes that are fucking worried right now. There's a lot of good people out there doing great things, trying to help one another out. And I think that's awesome. The sense of community that people are gravitating towards and trying to help one another out as best as we possibly can to get through this fucking pandemic. But I don't know. I just, I don't know what, life is fucking crazy is what it is. And the people you come across and like, the people that come in and out of your life it's just so strange. I think it's just so strange and it's tough for me. It's almost depressing wrapping your mind around it. Like how many people were you friends with in high school that you do not talk to anymore? I don't think that, actually that's a lie. I've kind of reconnected with one of my really good buddies through all of this. So it's kind of been nice. Like, I There's a few of my buddies that I used to hang out with in high school that I'm now like I said, reconnected with. I'm yapping with them again, and it's great because now when I do go back to my hometown, I did not know that he was living there, so I can swing by and have a beer with him, catch up, see his kids, which is crazy, so crazy. Here I am, all my friends from back in the day having kids. They're having kids, married. And I'm over here just being a jackass on the internet. Loving every second of it though. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing with my time. And no other way I'd rather. I've learned a lot of fucking lessons with this shit, business wise. More about me than I've ever learned in the past year. Actually how resilient the old boy is. You know what I mean? Fuck. Coming back like a Bengal tiger, Fuck. Yeah. I've got to do everything I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to create some clothing. Got to do that. I think I've created a pretty cool brand, not to like toot my own horn or pat myself on the back, but I'm certainly proud of it. I think it's fucking great. And it's everything that I like. It's people that I gravitate more towards too. You know what I mean? And I get to do the shit that I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy editing videos and learning more. Do I wish I had more time to devote to that rather than running social media accounts? Yes. Will that time come? Eventually. Imagine if I gave up. Imagine if I just said, fuck it, I'm not doing this no more because it's too taxing. And imagine I just gave up. I don't think I could live with myself. This is such a golden opportunity to look on. And sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you got to apply yourself. Sometimes you just get lucky. And I don't know which one of these is. I think it's a little bit of all I just said right there. I think that if I didn't think that putting a video on the internet was a good idea, this would have never came to. If I didn't think that I wanted more in life, like I want to chase some fucking goals and crush them, like I want to run my own clothing brand. If I didn't do all those things, I don't know where I'd be. So I'm very, 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 very thankful every fucking day now. And instead of being the alcoholic taking all of this kind of for granted and not taking a step back just to realize like, fuck man, like you have a golden opportunity here, a golden opportunity, which has then created more opportunity and more opportunity. Am I tired? Yes, all the time. All I do is work. Do I want a vacation? More than you can ever fucking imagine. But right now is just not the time. I'm overcoming some financial crisis that happened in my life, and it's slowly piecing together, and it's all coming together, and it's kind of fucking neat. All that stress, all that fucking grief, depression, substance abuse, to get over all of that is a big win. Is a big win, and secondly, like to kind of foresee a future, kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And like to see the end game a little, like, is phenomenal. I've never been able, like, this is my goal I want to achieve. Even personal goals, like, hey, I want to get the fuck back in shape. I want to look half decent. I don't want to be the pale guy that has acne at the age of 29 still because I can't put down a fucking cheeseburger and quit drinking beer for a month, which my face is like kind of cleared up. I get zits. I don't know why, but then my face is oily and it drives me nuts. But, I don't know. My mom bought me some, I don't understand any of that shit. Usually I just buy something from the grocery store, wash my face. And she's like, oh no, now we're going to get you some Arbonne or what? I don't know. Whatever fucking one of them fucking pyramid scheme companies sell. She got me some of that shit. Here you go. Rub this on your face. It's just to fucking go for semen. It'll clear you right up. Yeah. Anyways, that's I believe an hour. I don't know. In the future, actually, by next week, I should have everything. I've been just doing this out of my condo, but I should eventually bring this all down to our new office. Maybe I'll give you a short little tour on the pod. But yeah, we'll be doing the podcast. There'll be a new kind of backdrop. I don't know. I might just do it right in my office. I kind of like this for right now, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm really excited to keep pushing forward and keep attacking some of these goals I've set in front of me and just continue to not give a fuck. Go back to not giving a fuck. I quit reading comment. I go on and comment on a few every now and then just to interact with people. I think it's fun because it kind of catches you off guard. Like when somebody even comments back, if I comment on somebody's page and they comment back, you're like, oh, wow, that's crazy. You fucking seen it. That's so weird. So crazy. So I like to do that from time to time. But anyways, like I said, podcast 69, dangercatshop.com. Follow me at UncleHack69, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I believe is DangerCat69, DangerCat69, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat is DangerCats, SIXTY9. And today is Thong Thursday, so you can look at some buttholes. Actually, not buttholes because we'll get banned again, but there is butts on there. And Patreon. Uncensored content, titties, tits. No vagines. I refuse to get into like pornographic material because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that's like, hey, bitch, you want to show some pictures of you spreading your pussy on my goddamn page? I don't want that. I want to be like Playboy. Playboy was kind of classy. A little bit of mitt in there, but never like just spreading it. It's like, hey, look into my soul. Look at this little gremlin living underneath here. Fuck. But yeah, anyways, there you go. Patreon.com/DangerCats69. Link is down below. To everybody that did listen to this podcast looking for the shout out, again, I'm sorry. I get so fucking caught up. I will comment all the danger dongs down below. I do thank you. I can't remember the fellow's name that I said I was going to promise to make sure that I remember to do this. Again, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a busy fucking dude, so keeping up with everything gets tough at times. Once we get more people on the squad, then we will. I'll be more organized. But for right now, I'm sorry. I apologize, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks again for listening to the Danger Cats podcast.